Carlos Ray Norris, mainly known as Chuck Norris, the martial arts actor, screenwriter, and author who is a legend in his own right, passed away last week on the 19th at the age of 86, just 9 days after he just turned 86. Chuck Norris held black belts in karate, taekwondo, tong sudo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and judo. After serving in the U.S. Air Force, he won numerous martial arts championships and later found his own discipline, Chung Kudo. So Chuck Norris's real name is Carlos. So how did he get the nickname Chuck? Well, he got the nickname while he was serving in the U.S. Air Force. Apparently, a fellow soldier explained that Carlos translates to Charles, and that Chuck is a common nickname for Charles. And that nickname stuck with Chuck Norris ever since. And apparently a group of Hispanic servicemen started calling him Chuck. So that is how he got the nickname. Chuck Norris has been well known to be in so many movies, including one of them, The Way of the Dragon, starring alongside the late great Bruce Lee, another legend. And Chuck Norris has also been known for his memes, which he obviously had a kick out of. Apparently he loved the memes about him. Not to mention, he was also featured in his animation form in the one Family Guy episode, Boys Do Cry. That's the episode where everyone in Quahog thought that Stewie was possessed by Satan, to the point that the Griffins had to move elsewhere. And so he made a cameo when Peter said that Chuck Norris is so tough, there's no chin under his beard, only another fist. Brian didn't buy into it as he thought it was ridiculous. Then all of a sudden, someone points him on his shoulder, and guess who's behind him? No one other than Chuck Norris himself. Brian couldn't believe it. He was like, Chuck Norris? And out of nowhere, a random fist quickly pops out of Chuck's beard, and he hits Brian in the face. And so pretty much Brian now believes that Chuck Norris has a chin under his beard. So Peter was not making it up. Yeah, so Chuck Norris passed away in Kauai, Hawaii, like I said, at the age of 86. And it was a medical emergency, and he did not make it. And apparently he was still doing martial arts, and he pretty much aged well. He continued to take care of himself. He still looked the same. He just got gray hair and gray beard and stuff. But he looked the same, and regardless, he ended up having a medical emergency and lost his life. I mean, it was shocking to hear what happened. Like I said, even though he was still able to, do martial arts and stuff like that at the age of 86, he was still 86. And when you get older, it seems like obviously your bones get brittle. Probably like by the time you're at least in your 70s, that's when you gotta be careful not to like really hurt yourself, like any, no hard falls or falling down the stairs or anything like that, because anything can happen. It can be fatal, and who knows, people may not continue living long depending how serious, your fall was. I guess due to what happened to him when he was probably performing some martial arts or whatever, I think that's what led to him to get hurt, where, he's 86 years old and he didn't have long to live. And that's what sucks about getting older. Sure, obviously getting older is living a long time and all that. That's great, but it sucks when you get older when it comes to this, where you have to be careful. Otherwise, you might have a fall like he had or whoever, where it can be fatal and you might not continue living long enough. So that's what sucks about that. Because it reminds me of my first next door neighbor. Her name was Miss Diana. Such a wonderful, sweet, elderly woman. Our birthdays were in the same month. Unfortunately, in January of 2008, I think she fell down the stairs, and she lived by herself. She fell down the stairs, and because of that, I think her niece had to take her in and take care of her. And apparently Miss Diana was not going to continue to live long. Passed away, I think, like a day before Valentine's Day. Because I remember the next day I was at school and it was Valentine's Day. And I was at the cafeteria having my lunch. Feeling a bit sad. And no, not because I ain't get no Valentine or whatever. It's just Valentine's Day. No, I was just sad because I was thinking about Miss Diana. She died before Valentine's Day even got here. Yeah, but she was 98 years old. Like, she was so close to turning 100 in 2009. She was almost there. But either way, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Your legacy continues to live on, and your memes will continue to live on as well. That's it. You guys tell me your thoughts. Tell me you were when you heard that Chuck Norris passed away last week, and how shocked were you based on what, how it happened. He dies in Kauai, Hawaii, which is one of the most beautiful places ever. Talk about paradise. And he died in Kauai, Hawaii. At least it was in a place full of paradise. Anyways, that's it. See you later.